You put that in the dishwasher, and then you go buy another one when you want cereal again.
That's
There
right.
you go.
And eventually, he'll get the hint.
Yeah.
What is this saying?
And then you'll have a whole nice Star Wars dish set.
A premium account on
Also
X is
true.
required in order to stream on the. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, you can't stream on Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah.
When did this start?
it just started.
Like literally today.
What's the change?
You
can't
can't
stream on Twitter unless you have a premium account there.
And I guess Carissa is so disappointed that she left.
She left her own show. None of us can end this thing.
She'll be back.
so
She hit the
better
wrong
come
thing
back.
clearly, but yeah.
So-
It just started. Like I know it happened. On Saturday when I was on JD Rosario's show, he said it. So it's at least from last week. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really stupid.
Why?
I mean, now you can only stream pretty much just to YouTube. You can still stream to Facebook, but only like to your own personal profile. It's
Yeah,
great.
just your pages here.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it.
Okay, I did the business page that nobody uses. Like my business page. I never use it. Yeah, so I took it off, which is fine because no one ever watched. I mean, I'm not paying Twitter because I did pay Twitter for 2 months because I thought that 1, I would be seen more, and 2, you get to edit, and 3, you get more space. So I was like, fine, I'll pay your fucking $8 a month. But I actually got seen less. So like my views went from like, I think I used to get like 600 or, which isn't that much, but for me that was a lot. And then now it went down to 100. So I like canceled it like months ago. And I was like, all right. I have like 5,000 followers in there, and like the same 4 people see my stuff. So
Yep, that's how it is. Well, Twitter's.
Well, that's all social media.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I know, but it was better before. Like people actually saw it. Now they don't.
Yeah,
see it.
before, and now it's not because they suck.
Everyone sucks. All social media sucks.
Yeah.
Just Facebook seems to be a little bit easier to maneuver now. So
I mean,
I mean,
I started playing with Substack, and I kind of like that.
I have Substack. I have no idea how it works. I have all these effing views on Globex, and I don't know where the fuck they come from.
Oh yeah, no.
I have last week I got 5,000 more page views, and this week, and 400 more readers. And this week I got 523 more readers and 5.9 thousand page reads. And I'm like, who the fuck is following me? Like, I don't know where they came from. I don't advertise it. I don't post it. I don't do anything with it. They obviously only look at it because it's a hot chick on the cover. It doesn't even have any words. And one guy wrote me, 1 out of the 32,000 that have looked at it or whatever, one person's like, oh, I wish it had words. I was like, yeah, it does when you buy. So, yeah. But I seriously doubt anyone would even notice if it had words because they're just checking out her ass in fishnet stockings. So
Yeah, that's how it is.
It wasn't intentional to be sexy. When I was writing it in the novel, you just say what she's wearing. You don't really think about what she's wearing. And then it came out, and I was like, well, that's a little sexier than I thought it was going to be. But it's all good. I was doing my Kickstarter page today, playing around with the importing the rewards. I love that, by the way, but I needed to import the add-ons because I have like 50 something of them. So
You go.
what I mean.
Exactly. That's what happens when there's just a butt. And
Yeah, nobody
fishnets on
actually
the cover.
Nobody
He goes like,
sees
wait,
them.
there was no words? I didn't even notice.
Yeah. I didn't think anyone would notice. Yeah, I kind of wish I had that on the cover. But I just have it on the forefront page. But that sold way more than I thought. I literally only printed the prequel because like 3 people asked me every campaign, when are you gonna print it? When are you gonna print it? I was like, I don't fucking know. Like it's not my favorite issue. I don't really like it. I spent 3,000 making it and never did anything with it. It's just there. But they wanted it, so I did it, and I think I have like 2 left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Bonus. So that was good. And then I sold some of the originals, which I can't stand, but I have a couple left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put these up This is the original art guy that also
he's
did the
dead now.
spin-off. Huh?
I said,
he
and
write
he's dead now.
He's not dead.
He's dead
Maybe.
to us.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes,
to
he
us.
is. Frick.
Hugo, that
he
is
quit.
a great cover. There are no words. And then it's just a book with no words in it.
That's
I
what it is. There's
mean-
no letters in there's no letters in the issue at all. There's letters in the issue that you buy it on the Kickstarter, obviously.
He was saying that's what the name of the book should be. There are no words. And then when you open it, there's literally no words.
There's no words.
You know what?
Yeah,
That's not
it's
bad.
all-
I wasn't lying.
It said on the title, it says no lettering. But no one cares. So, because Travis was like, "Why don't you put one that has letters?" And I was like, "Nobody's gonna care. Like, no, nobody cares.
You
Nobody,
think it'll get
nobody-
more views? It won't matter.
It won't matter.
He
No.
reads.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm supposed to put these up here.
I got like
Hi.
2 hours of sleep
Hi.
successfully last night. So I'm kind of in a fog.
That's my
I-
everyday life.
You know what? That's fair. I understand that. You know what? I just ended up checking out because I'm just a glutton for punishment. That Sausage Party TV show.
That's a TV show?
Yes, I
I thought
watched.
it was another- I thought it was
Why
a
did you
sequel.
do this?
Well, because I hate myself.
Oh,
Wait, this
okay.
is the one
Whatever.
where it rains, where they're outside and it rains.
Yeah,
That's a TV show.
yeah. It's an Amazon Prime show.
Is it rated X?
Oh, I didn't know it was on Amazon. Okay, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they took
it
Sausage
is.
Party and they made like a TV show from it. There's
It's
also
great.
an Exploding Kittens.
Yeah, which is
Yes, yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it.
Fucking
I
terrible.
haven't seen it.
I haven't
My
seen it
kids
either.
wanted to watch
So-
it. And I was like, no.
So
I
Chad,
watched Exploding Kittens for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, what is the fuck is this? Like, I think if you like stuff like Steven Universe and shit like that, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if you don't like that, you're not gonna be fine.
Hmm.
It's not. It's what the hell is this piece of crap?
William Russell,
Mhm.
I hope your toes are okay. They do look broke. Broke some
What?
toes. I hate that. I hate it. I've broken toes before too, and it's so dumb. They can't do anything for it. You just gotta shove it in your damn
Just gotta-
shoe.
Shut up.
Put them down. Just
Yeah.
broke a leg. Put them down.
Oh, like
thought
a
I
horse? You gotta
You
turn you into
fucking
glue?
Kill him.
I thought I broke my foot yesterday because I had turned and went to walk into the kitchen or something, and the box from Gemini was there with the boards, and I slammed my foot right into it like at full force, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" And my husband's like, "You're
Yeah.
right." I'm like, "No, I'm not." So
Last
that,
time I broke my pinky toe, we were outside at our kids' field day, and my husband stepped on it. I was like, "Motherfucker." In front of all
So when
these
I was a
kids.
kid, I got the tip of my finger cut off in a door
me
slam.
too. Well,
Got the
so-
tip of my finger right off.
They put it
I-
back.
Yeah, they put it back. There's a scar right there you can see, and but yeah, I had my hand on the door jamb, and it took it right
so
off.
William
so I didn't
Russell
have
is
to-
the epitome of get back to work.
I
That's
didn't.
my next. Yeah,
good.
I was like,
Back to
oh, I
work.
lost my finger. I guess I'll
Get
I
back
guess
to
I'll-
work.
I guess I'll go to the doctor. I guess you know.
Walk it off. So mine didn't get cut off, but I had been in the bathroom.
Hugo. This was prior to Cybertruck.
So
Yeah, we do it the old-fashioned way with the good old big wooden door.
I think I was 7 and I was washing my hands in the bathroom. Something my brother came in and pushed me out, and I ran to go back in and dry my hands, and he slammed the door right on my finger, this finger, and I could not get it out. Like I was stuck in the door, and he had to open it, and he didn't believe me, so I was screaming at
worse.
him. Yeah, it broke my finger, but it made the fingernail rot off. Like I didn't lose the tip, but like my finger is completely broken, and the nail rotted off and like fell. So that
you do
was
with
fun
the
as a
toenail?
7-year-old. Huh?
I think I had a toenail that happened.
Yeah,
Something
I
happened.
had that once.
Where your like the whole nail just comes off. It's
Dropped like
so
a rock
gross.
on it or something, and it just
It's like a
yeah.
shrimp with no shell. You know what I mean? I was like, such a weird looking thing where you're like, there's not supposed to be this texture.
I
Yeah.
hate everything you just said. Like, that entire conversation, I just like,
William
nah.
Russell, I don't know if we can. Okay.
What
All
happened?
right. That's what she said?
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Well, yeah, you got it because the blood, when the blood in the yeah, welcome to sexual education class.
Anyway,
I'm gonna teach you with a hot dog bun and a hot dog.
Yeah.
Here,
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh
Speaking
my
of
God.
Sausage Party, did you like the movie?
no,
So,
So
why
what
would
made
you
you-
watch
why
the
would you
show?
know?
why not?
Because you didn't like the movie.
Lenny
How is it
Lenny
going
He
to be
already
different?
said he hates himself, so that's why he did it.
Okay,
Look.
well that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I was curious.
many
I'm like,
episodes
huh,
were
how
there?
bad is this? And I turned it on and I went, Meg the Scallion, and then I turned it right off. I
So, how many episodes is there?
think it's 8.
Puts the lotion in the basket, or it gets the.
I got
hose
through
again.
one episode.
'Cause
It was already on. Yeah, that's why it was
That's
already
pretty
on.
much Chad's entire motto.
Ooh.
Hey,
Yeah,
Matt,
it's
how are
already
you?
on. If something's on TV, I'll just start watching it. That's actually how
Well,
I end up
All right,
watching.
now you're
Titan
going.
You
You're
Know
getting
as
weird
well.
there, William.
That's
Russell.
relatively
Stop
fair.
it.
But for
Stop
me,
it.
I like the movie. I mean, it's not a great movie,
Stop
but
it.
fucking, it's insane. It's so insane. So I'm sure that
I was
I'm
fine
sure
with
that
it
the
till the
show
ending.
has no chance to level up against the movie, but I like the movie. So
Oh no,
I
I
liked
thought
the movie. I didn't need the ending. I didn't need
that
to
was
picture the whole supermarket having an orgy. I could have skipped that and been perfectly happy.
Yeah,
I-
that was
my
that
life.
Before
was
you said that, I couldn't even remember what happened. That's how forgettable
That-
that movie is.
that's
I'm like,
my
there was
biggest.
an ending. I'm sure I saw it, but
see,
couldn't
that's
tell
one of
you
the
what it is.
advantages of it being forgettable, though, is when you watch it again, everything is like, holy fuck, like what are they doing?
I'm
I
a
remember
douche,
the
I remember that.
beginning was shocking me because
Right.
they're like, "Oh, we're going to Foodland, hurrah!" And then they
Well-
start peeling the potatoes and screaming, and I was
But
like, "What?"
I love horrible puns. So like it was right up my alley the whole movie. And then the ending hit, and I was like, what the fuck am I
Yeah,
watching?
but if you want like horrible puns that are at least fun, watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That one
I
at
love
least
that
has some
movie.
decent one. That
That's
one
a
has some
great
pretty
movie.
good puns.
That is a
The
great movie.
rat, the flying rats.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
curious.
there's a
if
leak in the
Tom-
boat, and it's just like this.
Yeah.
Leak. It's just a little leak, and like, God damn it!
wonder if
The
Tom
joke is
watched,
so stupid, but it gets you like right
Yeah.
there. Like, damn it!
I laugh
good.
at really stupid puns. Like dad jokes are right up my alley. I love all that shit.
It is
Um,
X-rated veggie.
Hugo,
Tales,
you
yeah, it
haven't
is.
seen
Sausage
what's
Party.
it called?
Oh, go watch
Sausage
it on
Party.
Netflix. The
It's
movie's
called-
on Netflix.
Yes, it is X-rated Veggie Tales.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's only one joke I actually liked that I kind of chuckled where it said, "Do you remember when we took over the world in a comically short amount of time?" And I'm like, because it takes place like right after the movie,
And then it rains. That's all
and
I
then
saw.
it rains. And I was like, "Oh, so they took over the world in like 5 minutes." And I'm like, "Okay, that's kind of funny." So
Like, who is that? What are they doing
So-
here?
So Tom, did you watch Daddy? What is it? Daddy Long Legs? Long Legs? I don't know. What the fuck
Long
it's called.
legs.
No,
Daddy
I was
long
gonna-
legs. You just
Yeah,
ruined
did
it
you
for
have-
everyone.
I ruined what? I
I
haven't
was-
watched it.
You
gonna
call it
see it.
Daddy long legs.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the movie. I have no idea.
Oh, but now forever in
But
my
now you
head, it will
ruined
be
it by
Daddy long
saying-
legs.
I have
which
no
might be
idea. So
worse.
it's a spider.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna suck
wanna
because
go
there's
see
too
it.
much hype. Like
They said, like,
it's
this
kind of
big
like
hype, yeah.
Barbarian when Barbarian came out and everybody lost their minds. Like, oh, you got to see Barbarian, and I
Oh.
was like, okay. It's like,
yeah,
this
then you
is
see
dumb.
it and you're like, "Oh, this
Bummer.
is
This is
stupid."
dumb.
It's just Hills Have
Um,
Eyes in a
Guess
Airbnb.
what movie I haven't seen?
Barbarian.
Barbarian. You're not missing
It's
anything.
it does have Nick Cage, so that's
No, it doesn't.
potentially a plus.
Does it?
Barbarian
Yeah.
doesn't have that. It's Justin
No,
Long
no,
and
no.
Hills
Long
Long
Legs.
Legs. That's
Oh,
Nick Cage.
Long Legs. Okay, gotcha.
So that's a potentially a plus, but not necessarily. So I'm probably going to end up seeing it, but
Mhm.
I was going to see it and I just never got to it. So we'll
The thing is
What is
I'm
it,
always
in
tempted
theater
when
or
it's
is it
Nick
on-
Cage.
Is it
I'm
on
always like,
streaming?
okay, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be either hammy or really bad. Like either one.
well, yeah, I mean, it's people are talking about it like it's the next Silence of the Lambs, and I'm just like, this is too much hype. This is like when Under Paris came out and people were like, this is like Jaws. I'm like, fuck you. This is nothing like Jaws.
That's the scariest movie
So
of
this is
the
going to be
decade.
nothing like
What they
Silence
were
of the
saying
Lambs
is that
for sure.
it's an homage to Silence of the Lambs, and what's the other one? There was two of them that they were like, it's modeled after these. He's
Mm.
because I was reading something very briefly, but again, my
didn't
brain
think
is
so.
working on 2 hours of sleep, so I'll probably F up what I read, but it was like they wanted the familiarity of Silence of the Lambs to get people to understand, like
Yeah.
that kind of scenario, but then
Yeah.
like it changes partway through and it becomes something else. But I forget what other movie they were mimicking.
Yeah.
Is it
I don't
in
know.
theaters or?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
theaters.
it's in theaters.
Oh, okay.
It's in theaters, yeah.
I'll probably wait until it's
See
on
it.
Shudder.
I'm just like, because I have the trailer, and the trailer, it doesn't really show
Shows
you a
you
lot, but
nothing, yeah.
it's kind of, but it shows you sort of like tense situations and things, and it's kind of like, all right. I mean, I've seen worse trailers. I can buy into this. Plus,
I've
again, Nick
seen-
Cage, right?
Yeah.
So okay, that's fine.
And I think he's wearing
But then all the hype
prosthetics.
just started, and I was like, you guys really? I don't
Yeah.
Well,
want
they're just
this
excited
hype.
that there's something new.
See,
Oh,
they said that about Barbarian, and I'm like,
Done
guys,
with the
have you
reruns.
Yeah.
When they said that about Barbarian, they're like, this is new and fresh and exciting. I'm like, have you seen Hills Have Eyes? That's all
No.
this movie is.
I actually
Yeah.
Just
haven't.
in an Airbnb. And they're
See,
people
that's
like,
the other
why
thing
don't you
is-
do this?
Cannibal
there's-
rednecks digging through the basement of the Airbnb. Is that what it is?
Well, there's cannibals.
Spoilers!
That's just bad thing. But that's not the first one, though. That's like the second one.
I didn't see Barbarian, but I watched the CinemaSins of it or the pitch meeting of it or both. So I pretty much know everything that happened. So it didn't look that good to me.
Here, drink this
But-
breast milk.
It's awful. It's awful.
Ew.
But here's the thing:
What
it's like
happened?
just
I mean,
because
that's
people
also in The Boys.
just because people take a shot at making something different, that doesn't mean it's going to land, and dunk the
Yeah.
ball like
or
at
that it's
all.
good. Yeah.
I appreciate an attempt for sure.
Sure.
But
Absolutely.
like I just saw in A Violent Nature,
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
it's kind of
Right?
boring.
and
the movie or like on the side of the road? Like I don't
no,
know.
it's the movie, and so it's basically it's pitched as like, okay, let's make a slasher movie, but it's from the sort of perspective of the slasher guy. So we're
Like
following
Psycho.
him instead of following the dumb teenagers all the time. And so I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, give me whatever that is, and it's shot really well. Like you're watching this movie, like, who the fuck did this? Like, is this like Scorsese doing this? Like, what is going on? But then
Yay,
you
yay.
realize quickly that half of this movie is just watching this motherfucker walk around the forest. Like, how
And you
It's
can watch
like
a-
hiking.
You can go
Yeah.
to like find a homeless man and watch them hike around the forest.
yeah,
ASMR.
You can
So
do that for
there's
free.
there's portions of it that work that I like, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I know what you're doing. But there was so much time of the film just dedicated to this dude just walking from place to place that it's like
Is it like the Hulk
Oh.
where he has like his
Speaking of the
thumb
wood,
out and he's hitchhiking?
I didn't miss Bambi, right?
no,
I'm
he's just
waiting-
wandering through a field. He's like, well, I have to go over there. We'll watch this guy walk for 5 minutes, and now I've got to go through a forest. Well, we'll watch him walk for 5 minutes, and then there's some people, like something's going to happen, and then something
Yeah.
happened, right?
So maybe the
And then
twist
after
is
it happens, he's
walking
like, well, I got to go over there, and you watch him. It was almost like watching a video game, right? Like you're just you got to get somewhere, and your guy's just like chum, 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 until you get somewhere, and then
Like
you do
reading a
something.
Tolkien book. They're like, look at all these trees.
Yeah. But it,
like
like I said,
happening.
it's really shot great. Like they had great scenery. They were out on location. Like it was all really good to look at. And that's what kind of bummed me out. I was kind of like, man, if these guys had just said, let's make an epic slasher movie, we would have had something special. But instead they tried to get clever. Let's be clever with no, stop being clever and just be awesome.
Yeah.
But we
Have-
live in this world of pop culture trying to be clever all the time.
I
And I'm
think the
like,
guy
you're
was
not
just
as
playing
clever as
video
you
games.
think you are.
Yeah, it would have been. So, are you saying it would have been better if the serial killer was just charging in after everybody?
Well, I mean, like,
Ray,
let's
that wasn't.
let's
didn't
say
notice that
you
at
were,
all.
let's say you take
No.
Friday the 13th, right?
I was trying to
Just
be.
take Jason, right? If
Yeah,
you had
that's kind of
filmed a
inconspicuous.
Jason movie the way that they filmed this movie, like with the cinematography and just
Yeah.
amazing sets, and all of it was just high level, you would have had like a badass slasher movie. You would have still been ticking off some of the tropes, of course, but you would have had like this leveled up horror slasher movie that I'm not sure I would have ever seen in my life, the way that they filmed the movie. And it's really hard to describe it until you actually watch In a Violent Nature, and then you'll understand like how it was filmed
Yeah.
and how good it was. Plus, there is no music in the movie, like zero. So that makes things really creepy. You hear the birds, you hear the guy walking and snapping sticks and stuff, and so it's a very almost ASMR movie as well, versus having like you
So
know
is
that
it
kind of
better than
stuff.
Skinamarink?
I have not seen Skinamarink, so
Okay,
I
well,
don't know.
don't.
Yeah,
So-
that was my impression was
Yeah,
don't.
don't. Just like it's the biggest waste of time. I got through 15 minutes of that movie, and people were like, "It's so scary." I'm like, "No, that's just me staring at nothing."
Oh, that's that one where it's like all dark and like under doors or something, right? Where
Yeah,
they're like
it's-
looking at
Is this
feet.
the one you sent me,
Yep.
Chad? You sent me the
Oh,
trailer. and I
that's
was like,
why.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's why it's the
Mhm.
feet. Yep, that's why
I
I like.
understand.
Yeah, that's why, because they scare
Okay.
me.
Don't. Now I'm confused. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
was
it's-
on.
It was
Chad
on.
watched it.
Yeah, and
I
I
got
will
through
say this:
15 minutes and I turned it off.
they do have a few really good kills, you know, and that's what we go to these things for is the creative kills. There's some fucked up kills, but again, it's like once you kill the person.
Killing and
If it was a
cardio.
comedy, that would be
I'm
funny.
telling you, this guy's
If they went
fucking
full
good,
meta,
I could do that.
that would have worked too. If they were like,
Yeah.
let's do a meta slasher thing, and then it
running
would
out
have
of breath.
probably had a different level to it. But
Like
yeah.
found footage.
Yeah.
Hitchhiking in between kills. Sure.
Yeah, he's hiking between kills. It's
Hey.
just
Would have been
for
funny
too long. For
he
too
was like-
long. That's the other thing.
Singing a song, like humming a tune.
I was about to
Humming show
say,
tunes.
there's no music, so he's just humming his own. He's like,
Yeah, he's like, we are the Jetsons.
Wow. Alrighty then. I'm weird.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
live
I would
in a
say like if you
material
want
world.
sort of an interesting experience, it's not like an unwatchable thing, but
Is
just
it
be
free?
prepared. I would say just bring your remote. And
It's on
when you're
Shudder.
ready, just push that fast forward, and you know you'll get through that part, and get to
You
the
can
parts
watch him
that work.
speed run.
Yeah, you get to the parts that work, and you know you'll probably be okay. But just
Was
be
this supposed
prepared.
to
There's
build
some
up
Did.
tension and just didn't, or
what? Say it again.
what was the point of him just walking and doing nothing? Is it supposed to build up tension?
Because
and
it's
just failed?
yes, it's supposed to be a tension builder, but again, it's supposed to be the perspective of him, right? Normally, when we have the slasher movies, we
Sounds
just
like
see the
movie would
dumb
have been 10
kids.
minutes.
And the kids are like jumping around and doing things, and he stumps up and kills them. In this case, it's him. It's what he's doing, where he has to go to get them. That's why I say it's very much like a video game. It's like you're this guy, and you're following him through these steps of knocking off all the campers and so on. So it's very video game-esque. The more that I think about it,
You have to fast travel.
You know, but you
Yeah,
need
it
fast
was-
travel. Yeah.
It would have been 10 minutes without all the walking. It was just
Yeah, I was like, does it cut out like half the movie if you cut out all the walking?
We've got to enhance the movie just a little bit. Just
No, they're
one-
like, we don't have a
one
budget.
time.
We don't have enough money to pay for all the fake blood. So
Yeah.
here's what
He
we're gonna
took-
do.
he took padding
Was
the
the guy,
runtime
like-
a little too literal.
It's like the guy's
Yeah,
out of shape, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, the guy, he's undead, so you can't
It's a
really be
man.
Oh,
out of
okay.
shape.
Well, I mean, oh,
He's
okay, well,
he's
then
basically
rotting.
Jason. He's a tangential Jason Voorhees
So it's
style
Jason
character.
with the GoPro, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's Jason with a GoPro. How would you rate this movie? It's Jason with a GoPro.
Nailed it.
I would watch that if you entered with that. I'd be like,
Well, see, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, if you're going to go meta, you
Yeah.
can get a different experience. You
Could
know,
you
can
imagine
really.
like him looking
Yeah,
over
it
his
would-
shoulder, like with dragging the sleeping bag?
I feel like
and
we
watching
stole
the
this
girl
idea
squirm and
from William. So
just
Isn't that
smacking the girl on the
Psycho Sal
ground
is
in
in
first
the-
person.
Psycho Sal is in the view of the killer.
It's moving that direction. Yeah.
I want to
Ah.
see that. I saw the TV glow. I know that I think that just hit Shutter as well.
I don't have Shutter.
Do you have AMC
don't-
Plus?
No,
Oh, okay. Well, it comes with
I
it.
could. I have things I pay for. I don't know. I have them, so it
Oh,
could
okay.
be there. I don't really know. We'll see.
AMC Plus comes with Shutter, or Shutter
Oh,
comes with
okay.
AMC Plus.
I do not, but I will. Well, if it did, yeah, why not? Apparently, my internet bill with no channels whatsoever is $100. I didn't know that.
All right, Lori, you don't gotta get violent on us.
I am literally falling asleep right now.
If you fall asleep, we'll
You
draw
know,
on your face.
This isn't a job. You didn't have to come. We would have understood.
I
mean-
like to be here. and I can't sleep now. I'm gonna have to get woken up 17,000 times before I can actually go. Yeah.
Committed to the bit.
Pierogi. It's great.
What?
Is that Pierogi Planet by chance, the franchise?
Mm.
What is that just pierogi it says on there? Does it say anything underneath it?
It says pierogi queen.
Queen.
What is that supposed to? I love pierogies. I haven't had a pierogi. Well, now that I'm
have like 2 brain cells rubbing around in my skull today, and I didn't actually have to like put on clothes that people could judge me, so I put on the pierogi shirt.
Well, now I just have I'm not judging you. I just have a lot of questions.
We wear the pierogi shirts when we make the pierogies.
Oh,
that almost sounded like scripted cult. We wear the pierogi shirt when we make the.
Put it on.
I don't want pierogies, damn it! I can't because they have gluten.
So good. So I'm in charge. I make the dough and I make the cheese filling and I make everything from scratch. Like dough from scratch, cheese. I make the cheese from scratch. Fun.
Yeah, you do far more
sauerkraut and the potato filling. It's a ton of work.
Think about doing.
Like and then you have to roll out the dough. You fill the pierogies. You boil them, shut them, and then you have to seal them
frozen.
And then you freeze them. Yeah. So it's like
I buy them.
Process to freeze them. And then you get to defrost them and fry them in a pan and eat them for Christmas. Hurrah.
Okay, that sounds like way too much work. All I have to do is hand over money and then I stick them in a pot and that's it. And that's only if I'm not like lazy that I won't stick them in the microwave, which it sounds like I would probably have stuck them in the microwave.
There's stores for that, Lori, is the point.
Yeah.
There's
stores.
They don't taste like homemade pierogi.
This reminds me of Mitch Hedberg, the late comedian, where he says, I want to go fishing and catch a fish stick. That would be convenient.
My maiden name is Shifran. Does that tell you anything? I've been making pierogi since I was 4.
So you're really good is what you're saying.
Our pierogies are top notch. But
it.
At that point, you can't eat the store-bought Mrs. T's pierogies.
Do you have like a specific pierogi flavor that you like, Lori?
Cheese.
Cheese is everybody's favorite, but they're all really good. I like the sauerkraut ones and I like the potato ones too. It just, it depends on how they all turn out that year because you're always trying to make the best, but usually there's like one year where like the cheese is really good compared to the other ones and vice versa.
I can't eat Mrs. T's pierogies. That commercial yells at me and I get uncomfortable.
Is this the royal we? My family, my sister and like a bunch of her friends that adopted her when she moved to Texas. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 12 of them. So we get together once a year. We make like 500 pierogi and we divvy them all up and everybody gets pierogi for Christmas.
Pierogi for Christmas?
So what you're saying is be your friend until Christmas and I get pierogies?
You can come to visit Texas and I will make you some pierogi, Carissa.
Me, it has gluten. I can't have it.
Oh, this is true. You can't have it.
I was
show me the bread, and I don't know if Lori's my best friend or my enemy. She shows me bread and
best friend, but I like to bake the things. And you weren't gluten intolerant until this past year, so
I was gluten intolerant 2 weeks before Thanksgiving because that was just mean.
I think you've been gluten intolerant for a long time. You just figured it out.
I didn't know it.
Hugo, you can have pierogies. I could actually see you in person because he's here in Texas. So,
yeah, I'm too far away from Texas anyway. Can you fax them?
That far?
14 hours, I think.
14
from Dallas. Yeah,
I guess.
Let me double check. Let me see. I got
it. Closer than Chad and Tom. Definitely closer.
Yeah, and I'm going to Texas.
I want to go next year. I do want to go next year.
Yeah, I'm going in October.
Dallas, Texas.
Are you going to visit or are you going to a con?
I'm going to a con in San Antonio. So I'm going to be dropping through her zone. Taking my time to get down there.
13 hours. I just shaved an hour off.
Aha.
Well, I have to drive to New Orleans. I've never been there. That's 9 hours. I have no idea what to expect.
If I drove straight, it would be 21 hours according to Google Maps.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ray probably has
far when you consider 18 from others. It's not.
I'm just
far.
I drive 2 hours I can't anymore, but I used to drive 2 hours for pizza. I do still drive 3 hours for a hamburger because it's Nick and Norm's Norman Reedus's restaurant, and they have a gluten-free burger. But I went there last time. Fortunately, I know how bad gluten-free burger buns look. So I'm sitting there, and we waited like an hour for our food to come out, and it comes out, and I was like, that bun looks way too good. There's no way that it's fucking gluten-free. So the guy comes out, I was like, is this gluten-free? He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, nope, it wouldn't have fooled me. It was like, it just looked too good. But I have to say the gluten-free bun was pretty good. It did not look as appetizing, but it did taste pretty good. So, but everything has gluten. The stupid ketchup has gluten, and soy sauce has gluten, and gravy has gluten, and screw it all.
Which is just that's
Hey,
just
Ray.
crazy. How does ketchup have gluten in it? What are they putting in it?
It's the thickener, I guess.
It's actually just an ingredient they pour, and it says gluten on the jar. And
Let's just fuck with everybody and pour some gluten in this thing.
Yeah, God damn it.
Tennessee, yes, I am in Tennessee. When I'm shipping forms. Okay, yeah, let's get to the alphabetical order. It doesn't really work that way. But I will say, I went out to breakfast with some of my friends. I don't know what day it is. It was Monday, yesterday. And I was going to get eggs like I always get. And they had gluten-free French toast. And that was awesome. And after I ate it, I was like, fuck, do they soak this in milk? Because I'm lactose intolerant too. But I didn't get sick.
Damn it.
I was like, I don't know.
Of course it was soaked in milk. If it doesn't have gluten, it's got to have some flavor. And it was the fat that they put it in.
Yeah. So it did have, it was, I didn't die or anything. Lactose intolerant, I'm usually tolerate more. But gluten is just too painful. There was the perfect meme that was like, I can't eat gluten because of the pain's too intense. Oh, I can't eat nuts or I'll die. And then it says, oh, I'm lactose intolerant. Who cares? It's like, oh, no holds bars. I used to eat whatever whenever I wanted when I was lactose intolerant. But now that I'm gluten intolerant too, I guess it's more enhanced and it sucks. But I did find out, which is a bad thing. Yeah.
Chris has an enhanced diet.
Yeah. Well, I found out, which is not a good thing, that I can eat frozen custard and not get sick because it's more eggs, I guess. So that wasn't a good thing to learn because it's full of sugar. But they had a gluten-free cone, and it was amazing, and I loved it. And it sucks. So
my body tried to be lactose intolerant, and I told it no. I was like, motherfucker, that is not happening.
Lactose intolerant people are the only ones that are like, this, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like I could feel it. I was
eating
eating ice cream and I had milk and stuff, and I was eating cereal, and my body was like, we're not going to do this anymore. Satan. And I was like, oh yeah, we're going to keep doing it. And I just kept going. And I was like,
lactose intolerant.
Figure it out because I'm not stopping. So you either need to die or we're going to just go. Okay. And it just.
I'll remember that for when you are coming through Dallas, that we're not having ice cream together.
No, I'm fine. Like it was a few months, and that was a few years ago, and now I'm just like, whatever, it's gone.
That's amazing.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, Chad.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound like an ass, but I'm gonna sound like an ass. Fill out your fucking survey that I sent.
Oh yes.
I'm waiting for one more survey.
For the last 5 days, I've been at a cabin at a lake. I'm really badly burned, like really bad. Like there's what wasn't hit by the sun, and then there's the other. Like it's really bad. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that doesn't stop you from filling out your survey.
He's like, your fingers work, goddammit.
I'm hurting.
Are your eyeballs burnt?
No, I do too good of like a Clint Eastwood kind of thing out in the sun. So I squint really hard. Winnipeg has like a couple of seasons. One is winter, one is construction. Then there's the other one I call
that's Michigan.
Winter is like hard sun and put some sunglasses on is what I'm trying to say.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, because it bounces off the snow, right?
Yeah, if it's snowing up too. Yeah.
I'm concerned our state flower, the traffic cone and traffic barrel, are an invasive species now. I'm semi-convinced about that now.
Oh, so, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
I fly into Michigan on Saturday to go visit my brother and his family, and I just remembered that I'll have to drive on those roads. That sucks.
It's bad. Where you flying to?
Just into Detroit.
Where are you staying in Detroit, or where are you?
They're in like Grosse Pointe, so yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
I want to share this. This is
I don't want to see anything.
No, this is the lactose thing. I said people who are
allergic that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I can't, it'll kill me. People who are allergic to gluten, I can't, it'll wreck my body. People who are lactose intolerant, humans cannot achieve immortality anymore anyway. And life not lived to the fullest is no life at all. Hand me the gallon of milk. That is
It's true.
Very, 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 very accurate. So
fucking, I mean, I'm not allergic to anything, so I just eat. Look, it's great. I get to enjoy all types of food.
I think the meanest thing that my body was like, okay, you can't have beans. Like it's healthy. I gave up cake and all this shit, but I can't have beans. Like that's bullshit. So, I
mean, would you rather have cake or beans?
I can't have either though. So I'm saying I can't even have beans. It fucks up my knees. I thought I needed knee surgery, and then I went away. I went away for 9 days and I couldn't eat the lunch bean salad or whatever I did. And then I was like, oh, it didn't fix anything. And then I did a squat and I was like, okay, it did fix something. So, so apparently I can't have beans. Where were we?
All right.
The only thing I can think of now when you say beans fuck up your knees, or like beans with crowbars and they're like beating your knees. Like that's I don't know why, like that's where my mind went to.
They'll have like Jersey accents. You pay up on your what you owe me?
What you owe me? I can't do a Jersey accent.
Got to square up.
Thank you for filling that out. Now I got to go poke a bunch of other people too.
I'm waiting for one. There's always one. I'm waiting for one.
I have
you say poke a bunch of people. You reminded me of that joke. How do you get Pikachu on a boat?
I don't know.
You poke him on.
I hate you.
All I need is for people to fill out their T-shirt orders because I got to order all that shit.
I also have 3 people I'm waiting on to fix their stuff.
Well, I only had one payment failure, but of course it was like the most expensive at $184. So I only had one. Well, actually I had 2, but for some reason she pays by Venmo. So like she buys it from Kickstarter and then Venmos me the money. I don't know why she just doesn't buy it like from my website or buy it whatever, but no, which is fine. So yeah, I don't know.
If actually that's what one of the other guys forgot to back because they were too busy promoting it. So now they're just Venmoing me the money.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, is it too late to back? I'm like, just Venmo me the money, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I have a few Venmos too.
Well, I had someone that didn't want to do Kickstarter anymore, so they Venmoed. Yep. And then and then 2 others, they just were like, I don't know what Kickstarter is. Is like, hand me money and I'll mail you something. And they're like, okay. So that's about that.
One guy
one
guy backed the wrong tier. So
okay. Every single campaign, at least 4 people back the issue 1. But I know who they are, so I don't even ask. I just send them the newest one. But yeah, and then I had one person that I refunded so many shipping because I'm trying to not get screwed on shipping because I lost like $30 last time. So this time I had a refund like 32 because one guy, I'm not even sure how that worked out in the math, but I had to refund him like $10 because his shipping came out to be like $20. Instead of buying a catch-up tier, he bought issue 1 and then every single back issue. So I was like, okay, let me just adjust that for you. And then 2 long distance ones overseas. I actually had like 4 people do overseas and they got refunded like $5 because it was cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So,
Carissa, I have to apologize in advance, but I have to know if the ketchup tier is gluten-free.
No, that's why I can't back my own freaking campaign.
It is gluten free, but it might have people in it. We've discussed that. Cannibalism is gluten free.
Yeah, we did discover that it is gluten free to cannibalize.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I need backup, plans.
So, need more protein.
I heard people use red meat, and I don't know how healthy red meat is for you though. So
people taste like pork.
Yeah, it's like the red meat, the red white meat.
Go look up the guy who ate his own, who made his foot out of
yeah,
he made tacos.
No,
I'm sorry.
He cooked his own foot. His foot got amputated, and he asked them if he could take it and eat it. And he invited his friends over, and he goes, "I'm gonna cook my foot." So if anyone, I don't think he told them though until he got.
He did. He like pick and choose people. Like they were all like had like a serious discussion about it. Yeah. There's a video about it.
One backed out though, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
one guy did.
Yeah, one backed out. But the rest, I mean, they were just like, but what happens if you like really, really like it? Like, what do you do after that? Like, this is
block.
You're going to amputee.
I have another foot, right? I don't need both feet. Like, I don't need a foot, right?
You're in the ER scoping out foot injuries
because they're not good. You're gonna eat all the bad feet.
That guy is very interested in being a mortician now.
I think his foot.
Also, no.
I think his foot came off in a motorcycle accident, right? Was it like an accident?
Yeah.
It would have to be like a traumatic.
I can send you the video that talks about it.
Please don't.
I mean, it's not disgusting. It doesn't show anything.
Like, do they stay up at night and be like, I can never have that again, but I want it so bad? Like, these are probably like they have like their own cult now of like we.
Oh, I'm sure.
They said it's like very gristly.
I thought you were. Well, it's a foot. Damn it! It's full of tendons.
I don't know. Look,
that wouldn't be as good as like an arm or like.
Haven't you people watched Alive? You clearly start with the ass. That's where the meat is.
Yes, you eat the ass.
Cut off the ass and be like, you got to get an ass reduction and be like, listen, I need to get it reduced, but I need to keep it after you pick it up.
This guy says eat ass first, and then it's like Tom's new porn channel.
That phrase might not have aged well. I'm just throwing it up there.
There was a study where this guy fed cats to his cat, right? And it was like the fattest, fluffiest, healthiest cat, cannibal cat. It lived for like 35 years, something stupid.
If you actually feed
there you go.
You get it will. If you feed chicken to a chicken, it'll get stressed out.
It'll get stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, chickens are dumb.
Well,
apparently.
I mean, they at least they know they're eating themselves. I guess.
Some birds do they?
I guess. I mean, why else would they get stressed?
I don't know. It's chicken brain.
Fish eat other fish.
I mean, one did.
Hey, screams at the water.
It's true, and he also eats rocks. And
I don't know if you're talking about the chicken in Moana.
Yeah, the best character ever.
Well, no, you know what? The only part I like. I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch the second one, but I like the joke that they made about how did you not bring the pig?
Yes, yeah.
Everyone was like, why didn't you take the cute pig?
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and bacon. Yeah. That was the biggest.
Hugo's comment though. That's the best line in Fight Club, where he was like, "I'm selling rich ladies throwing fat asses back."
I remember that.
No, it's the best.
Okay, well, let me show this real quick.
Let's talk more about Sausage Party. So, Sausage Party.
Have you seen the
TV show?
Boot him.
Oh, you mean the TV show? We talked about it at the beginning. Where have you been?
I got here late.
Oh, it's probably one of the dumbest things I sat through.
Dumb being a good dumb or a bad?
No, awful.
Oh, really?
No video this time. What the fuck?
We don't do videos. Videos are for suckers. Videos are for suckers.
I like making.
All right, Tom, do your spiel.
It's our new book. Go back it.
There you go. See, he knows
I wrote a thing in it.
Yeah, and Lori wrote a thing. Lori should talk about her thing. That's what we need to do. Talk about your part.
I got to write a, what do you call it? Continuation / prequel?
Yeah, it's sort of a, it is kind of
it's a continuation of a story from a different point of view.
Is this the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Legend of Oz.
The story takes place basically at issue 2 of the original series. So it's sort of an expanded story from the beginning, but part of it also connects directly to where we are right now at the end of the story, or the current part of the story. Yeah.
There's a lot going on in it, and I had a lot of fun writing it. It was one of those things where I'm trying to connect all the pieces together.
You have to say that while you're
and
on
then
camera.
and then I panicked when Tom didn't respond for 2 weeks, and I thought he hated it.
I remember that. She kept saying
then
he doesn't like it. I was
like,
he
he didn't like it. He's gonna send me an email that was like, "Thanks for your hard work. Have a nice life." You know, like
I said it's actually like no news is good news, because if he would tell you right away if it was bad. If it's good, he probably didn't even read it.
I mean, like we did revamp it. We touched it a few times to make sure it was the best version of itself. So, but it was great. I had a great time. I'm excited to I got the Seraphina cover, the special one, the limited one.
This art is gorgeous.
The poker cards flying around, Allison. I'm like super excited.
I don't need more art, damn it. I really like that art.
That one, look at it. But you can, I know it's fancy. You can get it in metal, but then my name's not on it, and I need proof.
Wow.
He's like, I need the proof.
Well, your name's on the inside.
Oh, okay. I want to hold it up and be like, look, see.
But yeah,
really
normally all of our stuff doesn't have words on it. We do virgin covers for everything, but on this series, because it's an anthology and there's 3 different stories in it, I decided to do 3 covers, one for each story, but then we put the logos on each one of them and, other stuff. So we only do it on this book, but all the other books that we do, everything's just virgin covers except for the regular cover.
Well, that saves time and effort with logos.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What was that artist's name? The Zork?
Zork.
Yeah, I want to look them up, because I only have enough covers till March of 2026. So
is that all?
Wow, you are just
I have enough covers till issue.
Speaking of, I got work to do for you. I gotta do it this week. Well, I'll have time to do it next week too. Even though I'll be in Michigan, I will be a lot less busy.
Yeah. Awesome. And 15 days to go.
Yay.
Only Tom can make a cow look sexy. So
I laughed at that when he was like, "Oh yeah, it's National Cow Appreciation Day."
Cow Appreciation Day, yeah. The second Tuesday of July.
What are you doing with that? He's like, "Oh, we got a cover for that." I'm like, "No, you don't." He's like, "Oh yeah, we do."
And then my Kickstarter that just ended last week is launching August 5th.
Hurrah!
So we got 90 followers. And go search Worthy Chaos and it'll be there. And then you can sign up and then you can get whatever. And there you go. And then what does Hugo say? So back to Sausage Party.
91 followers, Carissa.
Wait, thank you. 91 followers. Yeah, I have awesome followers. I do. Yeah, so everything's been shipped out. I was supposed to wait till after tonight at 9 because that was the 7 days, but I didn't wait. So I tried. I didn't wait, but everything's out except for one that I don't have the freaking address. One freaking person I need the address for. And then of course a new person that just bought issue 11, which I never kind of got. Like it's like the worst one to get to. It's like 12. You can't just jump into it and be like, huh? I wonder what's going on here.
I wouldn't use those words when
I think you got those backwards, but yeah, it was so hard not to ship the first. Well, no, I was lazy the first day. The second day, it was hard not to ship, and I was just like, nope. If I can't go, because I told Lori that I was going to pack them and just not ship them, but I knew if I packed them, they're going to be there, and I was like, okay.
No, we knew better. We knew as soon as you packed them, you were like, and done, and they were going to be out.
Yeah, I did it all in like a day, and like an hour, because like I saved like the last a whole day and then 1 hour the next day. So I did every single thing on the Sunday, or no, on the Saturday, and then Sunday I only left 15 just the issue. Like there was just no extras, no add-on. That just shows you how many people buy add-ons because it was just 15 that didn't have add-ons. So it took like an hour because they're all regular. And then that was good. So I don't even wait for surveys. So if somebody moves, it's just too bad. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah.
Krissa, I was late to this party. Do you have any within reach of your new plushy Chatty?
Oh, no, that he's on his way. That was a picture I got from the plushie company.
Gotcha.
You saw the picture?
Yes.
Yeah, we all saw the
love
picture.
it. It's great.
Yeah, I am very happy with it. I was worried. I was worried they wouldn't do the wings big enough because like I gave them weird dimensions. They were like, "What size?" And I was like, huggable. I don't know. Like, I'm like huggable. She said huggable. I want it to be huggable. Because the original ones that I sold too, I don't even have one because someone wanted it so bad that I sold them mine. So I literally have none. But I didn't mind because they had the wire in there and it makes it not huggable. So and both three people the two people both put them on TVs. Like I don't know why, but I've seen pictures and they have Chatty. Yeah, they're like attached to the TV. I don't know why.
It helps the signal come in.
I might.
The wires and the wings.
But those were handmade and they had wires and they attached and everything. But they're really expensive when they're handmade and a lot of people like them. And I was like, I'm just gonna get them commercially made. So I ordered 50 of them, and hopefully it goes well. I make you laugh.
Hugo's comment. They were by the door. I tripped and they all fell at the post office.
I do have these, but I don't know if I'm going to order them or not. So I might just have like the sample ones, but I do have these plushies.
Oh, I did see those as well.
Yeah. So I do like her because she has a little nurse outfit on. You probably can't see it. I was actually really impressed. They did the buttons and all that stuff. And they did really good embroidery on the face. I was actually very pleased with it. He looks a little too on steroids, but
he reminds me of the old 80s pro wrestler Pillow Buddies.
Yeah, he does. You nailed it. Yeah. So if I do order, it's probably going to be just her. But it was I told them that she needs to have boobs. And they sent me the picture of a doll with boobs, like naked. I was like, yeah, they're boobs. Yeah, that's fine. I was like, sure. But then they screwed it up. So I actually got an extra set because they did it and they did not do them where they're compatible. Like one was way bigger. Remember Lori left, but they were way bigger. So I actually do have one set for me because I was like, how much for you to do it where they match? And she's like, nothing. It's a sample. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. So I'm probably going to sell the one and then keep one for myself. But I might keep, Draven's very huggable. So.
Right, the neck.
And then I have this one who hasn't been on for sale yet, but he's my if you could see it, my banner. He's the fur demon that he's fighting. But I gave him a petticoat. I don't know why, but he has a petticoat and a tail on fire. So I might add him. I don't know yet. He's not in it until like the end. But I am adding like which I'm very excited about. Which again looks like I copied Lori. But there's a flashback of them in Western times.
Hooray!
Yeah. So I'm going to put that in. I think the bonus hardcover, that's going to be the extra, what did I say? Like 8 pages or something. So I'm going to add that, but I'm just doing it because I want to see it. It really didn't matter. So anyway,
I like the Western.
I know you like the Western. Jonas was thrilled. It's like, we're going to do a Western. I was like, well, okay. The prequel is a Western. It's very, very short-lived. And then later on in like book, what did I just finish? I just did the ending of book 14. So book 15 is the ending of series 3. So it's not even going to be until like book 17 where they go back into the Western era. So it's going to be a while. And who knows if I even get that far in comics, because that's like issues 100 and something. so
she'll be there like in a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, 18 months. Well, I'm determined to get all of book 3 out next year. So next year is going to be 8 issues, and 20. It should be the 22nd issue. Will be October. So I'm hoping to get 22 done, and then January we'll start with the book 3 hardcover, and then book 20 issue 23. The second half of the series is like 3 times as brutal. So everyone's like, this is a pretty brutal series. It's like, oh yeah, it gets worse.
Getting warmed up.
Yeah, I get them warmed up. Yeah. Well, because a lot of shit happened. I mean, it's no holds bars when they get. I could have made it. I probably could have ended the series at 22 if I wanted to be extremely lazy, but nah. I was like, whatever. So anyway, Jonas is already inking 17, so he'll be done hopefully by the end of the year for 22. 14 to 22, as I always say, is my favorite. So Tom, what's your?
I've gotten 6 pages from Gilbert in the last week.
You're gonna catch up then.
I can't believe it. It's
well,
amazing.
because he
Glenn Fleming.
Damn.
That is all.
Well said. That's great. Ray, when are you doing your next? Aren't you doing another Kickstarter soon?
Kickstarter probably won't be till early in the new year. I have say again.
What is it like to get a break?
Well, for me, it's uncharted territory. I've launched with Philbo. I've launched 1 comic. That's it, 1 issue, I should say. So, for me, there's too much anticipation. Like I made this 3-issue miniseries, so I'm kind of like, it's on my mind. I've already committed. I've got to get this done. So it's just sitting there lingering, kind of thing. I'm waiting on confirmation from an artist to start in October. Pre-launch page should be up by next week. I'm waiting for approval from them.
This is why I'm pre-approved for the next 7.
I've got to catch up to your tactics there.
Yeah. Well,
could learn a thing or two. That's for sure.
Please don't follow me. It's horrible advice. But what happened is in the last Kickstarter, when it ended, everyone kept asking me where the hell the link was, like on the day of, because I usually have it like the day of, and it wasn't approved yet, and I was so discombobulated that I was like, I have no link for anybody. So as soon as they approved it, I went and approved the rest. So I'm all the way approved till January. So I had to make sure they were all approved. So no more links waiting for or whatever, because
she didn't like that. She didn't like it at all.
I didn't like it at all. And then I have to say though, when I sent the link out in 24 hours, it was 80 people signed up for it. So, but it's just funny. I don't know which one of us is trained, me or them. Like, we just need that link to go. But yeah. So you're thinking the beginning of the year?
It looks like that. Yes.
Cool.
So I've been getting some good reviews on the first issue, which is very encouraging. And
sorry, Ray, I've been delayed on that.
All good, man. All good. They're trickling in, and I'm encouraged. So it's just a matter of, I think I said this to you guys before, I just want these to be 3 really good issues, and that might be all I do, and that's okay. I just want
to do my 44. And then maybe the 80. I don't know. It's so funny because I read what not to do. Like, I watch videos like what not to do and what to do, and the first thing every single video said was start out small, don't start with the long series. And it's like 44 issues, we got this.
Remember, you only bit off more than you could chew if you stopped chewing. So you're doing fine as far as I can see. So
yeah, we'll go with that. I really hope to do the second series, but I wasn't going to even consider doing series 3 at all. But I just finished the ending to the 3rd book in it. There's 5 books in series 3, and I really, it's medieval times, and like I had no idea what I was going to do with it. And even my co-writer's like, I don't know anything about medieval. What are we going to do? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, our characters don't know anything about it, so technically we don't have to know anything about it. But I just finished the ending to it, and I was like, actually, this is one of my favorite. So now I might have to see that done. So we'll see. If I still have a house standing, maybe I'll do series 3. We'll see how that goes. So I think we're up to like 112, issue 112. So who knows? But the first 80 are the most important.
How long does it take you to write out one issue?
One issue is about 10,000 words, so 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
It depends.
You write one character, another person writes Draven.
Yeah, I write the story in Seraphina's point of view, and I interact with all characters. I set the tone and the direction, and then my co-writer Jeff will go and write Draven's point of view. So he'll answer any things that Seraphina said to him, or he'll put in the thoughts and do whatever, and then so then you have a complete story. So I love it. I wouldn't do it without her. Like I used to get told all the time to write the series by myself, and I like had absolutely no interest in it. And then Jess comes along, and like now in 4 years, September will be 4 years, and we're gonna have 14 novels changed by then. I don't know how many words there are. We passed 1 million words like 6 or 7 months ago, so it's over that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even start making the comic books until series 1 was done. So when issue 44 was done, I was like, this is a really good story. It sucks that the only talent I ever had is going to be useless to me in any which way or form. And then I got the brilliant idea to make a comic book and said the infamous words, how hard can it be? And here we are.
That'll be fine.
The hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But yeah, so here we are doing it. If I had stuck with my original amount of panels, I probably could have gotten it a little bit less. But I like the big panels. I like details, and I like to see the characters' expressions and stuff.
You mentioned earlier about shutting down the idea about writing it, like writing yourself into it, and I don't think I heard you right. Did you end up basing that character off yourself at all, or keeping
her personality is absolutely me, smart ass, and talks now. I always joke that you could tell who wrote who, because Seraphina, she talks nonstop and barely thinks. Mm-hmm. And then Draven like thinks nonstop and barely talks. So so that would be me. I talk nonstop. I think she only thinks like very little. I know she thinks when she's fighting the vampires, because there's no one there she can't talk because she can't give herself away. So that was the only reason why she didn't talk. And then like she'll have some random thoughts. But Draven, man, he'll have like 4 pages of just thoughts. Like it's just him thinking, which is cool because you don't usually get that in the comic. My favorite part about the novels is that you can get into their heads. That was my favorite part of novels in general. So when you're reading the comic, you don't usually get that thought process. So it's I like that we have that. I know I got talked to about it by some random reviewer. He's like, you're not supposed to have thought bubbles, and I was like, I'm not supposed to do a lot of things, and they're there anyway.
Anyone who says no thought bubbles, they don't understand the medium. And I know it's kind of evolved over time. Like thought bubbles became captions, and a lot of people still use captions. And I use captions on occasion for certain things. But when a lot of it's more like setting, like leading you into the story with captions. But when you're actually sitting there with somebody, like with their face in the panel or whatever, and they're thinking about something, just put a fucking word balloon in there. But it definitely is something that went out of vogue kind of in the 2000s. And so when I came in about 2010, when I was doing it, and I was just like, I'm just use word balloons. Like I grew up with word balloons. Why am I not, or bubbles, the thought balloons. I was like, why is nobody doing this? And people were like, yeah, nobody uses that anymore. I'm like, well, that's reason enough for me to do it. So I just did it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I haven't read comic books since the 90s until I got into indies. But somebody on some podcast was like, I really love that you brought back thought bubbles. And I was like, oh, are they gone? I have no idea. I just needed them to think. And my letterer was trying to do the boxes. And I was like, no, it's too impersonal. You can't do boxes. Not only that, I don't know how the boxes work when I was like, you're not going to have room for boxes, and there's 2 people, and Yeah.
Right, and especially because Draven will he'll think something and he'll say something else and then he'll think something else. So
Yeah.
for it to
Oh, nice.
flow,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Because he'll half the time he'll actually say things that are opposite of what he's thinking.
yeah,
He
where he's
can't
like,
get himself to say it. And
yeah,
issue 5 is, I didn't like it at first because I like action, and it has action, but it has the least amount of mind because they actually talk for like 5 pages, which I'm not used to. But he's going back and forth trying to convey his words, and he can't do it. So you know what he's thinking, but Seraphina doesn't. So she's just like, okay, like whatever.
she's like, he hates me
He
every
hates
two.
me. He's even like, I think in issue 12, she's like, why does he stick around? Like, why does he stay and do all of this stuff? And he's thinking, I got to get her the hell out of here. Like, he's like, so like they're contradicting. And then there's another panel where she's like, when she finds out something, and she's like, will he even want me anymore or be around me anymore? And he's thinking, now it's going to get more complicated. I got to protect her more than ever. So I do like that they counter think each other. I also do like that she has very sarcastic terms sometimes. Like she'll just be like, she'll say kind of fourth wall stuff, like she'll be like, oh, what a surprise, something's trying to kill me again, or they run into something right after they finally get away from something they've been fighting 12 issues for, and she's like, of course there's something here trying to kill them. why wouldn't there be? So I do like the way she talks. And Lori has added some sarcastic things for Lucas to say in the car. So now the car scene's one of my favorite, where the IQ one, you were like, her IQ is...
Like he was throwing insults at her, and I was like, you need more insults.
He's like,
she's just like, excuse me? What the
he's as sharp. She's as sharp as a wet bag of mice or something stupid. Or and she's like, room IQ, and Seth's like,
room temperature IQ. Yeah.
Yeah. And you hear Draven being like, I'm gonna kill you both, and then Seraphina's like, this is gonna be a fun ride. Like it's just like such random shit. I love it. And then Seth being like, hey, we can share her. And Draven's like, what? No. So I love Seth. Seth actually becomes really important later. And he's kind of inspired from Dean. He's inspired from Dean. And that's who we used as a thought process when we were doing it. But I couldn't show pictures because I made the mistake in my first artist, where I showed pictures of the actors that we thought of when we were writing, and they made them look exactly like them. I was like, okay, I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't want to get sued.
Ooh, that's how we get in trouble.
Yeah, well, I think I told you before, I tried to get Christian Kane's agent. I knew I couldn't afford it. I was just really curious, like how much it would cost to use his likeness. And I had sent him a message on Facebook, and he's like, you gotta email me. And I was like, okay. And it's been 2 years and I haven't heard from him. So I guess it's not gonna happen.
Did you ever hear one of the zombie bros tried to approach Jeremy Renner to walk through a commercial that he was shooting?
Really?
And his agent, so he was like, you have no lines. He's like, it's like literally like 2 seconds of him just walking through. How much would that cost? Guess how much?
I'm gonna guess 75 grand.
More than that.
More?
What?
150?
Yeah, we're asking for $100,000 for him to walk through a scene with no lines.
Really?
Yeah.
No lines.
Wow. Yeah. I was pretty
what
sure
if there was a snow cleaning equipment chasing them from behind?
This was before that.
Okay.
That was before that happened. So it was just interesting.
Poor Jeremy. Yeah, I don't think I could ever. I mean, if I had my way, like if I had like unlimited funds, well, I wouldn't. I probably would. I'd be better off. But if I had unlimited funds, I would license Supernatural so that I could add Sam and Dean to a hunt later. And if I could have done that, I would have actually had it be Sam and Dean in the zombie town instead of Ryan and Melissa. But we're not rich, so yeah, that isn't going to happen. Anyway, so it's been an hour. Do you want to, Lori, tell anybody anything about anything?
Go check out BD14. I would love for you to read the story that Tom and I put together because I'm really proud of it. I think it has a lot of layers to it, and you're going to wonder what happens next. So definitely go check that one out. It's live now and for the next 15 days. I need that Allison magnet. We already unlocked the first magnet, but I need the Allison stuff. And of course, that's the highest one out of the 3 magnets. So need to keep going so I can get the Allison magnet because that's my girl. I'm attached. I need it.
Nice.
That is all.
Chad.
Hello. So right now I am currently, all the surveys are out. So if anybody got them, fill those out. Thank you, Ray and Hugo, for just filling those out. And then I am currently working on putting together the 2nd issue Kickstarter.
And Sparkle Dog.
Yeah, and Sparkle Dog.
Chad, you got to talk about the a couple of open spots still for the D&D game.
Oh yeah, so I have 2. How many spots do I have right now? Oh,
no, at least 2, I think.
4 spots.
No,
open.
4. Okay.
4 spots open, unless there is somebody I'm missing.
I think there's 2 people who have not confirmed, but you have at least 2, maybe 4.
Okay, yeah. So I have 2 confirmed, and then 4 slots open of the D&D campaign with Mike Tabazin, that guy.
Mike Towson.
Towson, that's how you say his last name. It's a lot of fun. Ray and I played for his campaign, or when his campaign, he had the tier, and then we ended up playing, and it was a lot of fun. So we just do a one-shot D&D campaign. It's about 3 hours long, and we had a good time. So there's 4 slots. Well, 2 confirmed, 4 slots open. So maybe just 2 slots left. So I don't know if we get more. So yeah, so that's still available.
Contact Chad for more information.
Contact me, and that's the one who is gonna like Venmo. he's like, who confirmed? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I forgot to back it, but I'm gonna send you money. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give me money. So yeah, but other than that, I'm pretty much gonna be living on Substack. So that's gonna be Comic Brews on Substack, and that's just my twice monthly newsletter of whatever the hell's on my mind, or what's going on in the comic book world.
I wish my mind had enough info to have a newsletter like once a year. I have no idea. Like, I want to pay someone to write my newsletters so that I can have a newsletter. That's how
I like writing newsletters. So.
I wrote 14 novels. I cannot write a newsletter. I don't know why. Like,
Carissa, I think a really good format for you for a newsletter would just be you as you are now, talking to the camera and saying what's up. I think that would be very enjoyable.
Hey, you could do that on Substack too. You can send a video.
I have a Substack. I don't ever know what to say on it. Like, I send out the prequel, and then I send out it's live. Those are the 2 things I send out. So yeah. Tom, do you want to say something?
Lori said it. Go BD14. Get it done. We're 29.
Did he just zap out, or was that me?
He died. Go 2024. Go.
Headphones died. We hear nothing.
Oh, no!
My favorite move.
Years?
Oh no, he's
He
muted.
doesn't really have ears. Like my whole
You've
life
never
is
seen
alive.
Tom's actual ears?
No. In a picture,
No
I thought his
volume.
ears grew, and then
I can hear you now.
Okay, you're quiet,
bit.
but talk loud.
Quiet now. My mic, it's not the ears, it's the mic cord is bad, so it shorted itself out. And when StreamYard is so dumb that you can't just reset it, you have to actually leave, reset it, and come back. So it's like this is dumb. But yeah, we're 29 away from 200 backers, and there's 2 weeks left, basically 15 days. Lori wrote a story. I wrote a story. It's a 3-story anthology. There's all kinds of good stuff in there, and we're just getting started.
who wrote the 3rd story?
Barry Dutter from Marvel Comics wrote the 3rd story.
Yeah, that's good to tell people.
Yep.
Which is the Marvel writer?
You can go look at the campaign. I don't have to tell everybody every detail. Go to the campaign and look at it.
All the details. The 3 writers. You have to give 3 names. That's it. And a Marvel.
Look at it.
Whatever. Ray, you have anything interesting to say?
Wear sunscreen. That's very important.
It's 90
Lobster Man.
here.
I couldn't be any more here to check that out. There you go.
Oh,
It's 98 degrees here, and I haven't left my house in a week. So,
yeah, I've got nothing else to add right now, but definitely contact Mr. Perkins here for a D&D spot, and we'll play some awesome. It'll be fun, just like it was before. Mild shenanigans, semi tomfoolery.
Nice.
I still love the fact that my character
when does Kickstarter drop your aired backers? I thought it would be at 9 o'clock because that would have been 7 days. Why is it still aired and not dropped?
Mine?
No, mine. I have two.
Oh.
I have one error backer,
Laura,
and I
you're
thought
muted.
it would drop, and it's not. It hasn't dropped yet. So I don't know when does it normally drop?
Lori, you're muted.
You're still muted.
I know. I'm talking to my children's.
Oh,
Oh, gotcha.
I couldn't tell because you weren't doing this.
Yeah,
I know. I usually turn off the camera, but last time I did that, the stream ended, and I came back and I was there by myself, and I was like,
You're like, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, well, okay. For mine, search Worthy Chaos on anything. I searched myself on Google, and apparently everything comes up. I'm guessing that's how they find me on Globex. I am on Globex. I have issues 1 and the prequel on there. 1 has letters and the prequel does not, but it has 35,000 views, so nobody cares. Go check out her ass in fishnet stockings, I guess. And yeah, I've never advertised or sent a link for that at all, but somehow it has 35,000 views, so whatever. And then go sign up for the Kickstarter at Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter. Just search that. 12 things will pop up, but it's all me. And then we launch August 5th at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 2 hours before the show. So it gives you a chance to make me look better than having no backers. So,
Are you on my show soon because of that launch or no?
I think we got screwed up somehow. I think I had to push things back. So I don't think I am anymore.
No, you're not on again until October 29th.
Yeah, because that's my 2-year anniversary that week. And
Yeah,
it's
I
the
was
beginning
like,
of
we should have you for something with the campaign, but it just didn't line up.
Well, I had to push things back so that I could fit 14 in this year because I'm dying to be 14. So I had to push everything back. And now I feel like I'm having them too often. So I don't know how they'll do because they're very, very close together. But we'll see if we survive. I'm excited for 14. It's zombies, and I'm hoping to have a big name cover, but he keeps pushing it back. And since it's very expensive, I keep letting him. So it's like, he's like, do you mind if we wait 1 more month? No, go ahead. It's fine. So it keeps getting pushed back, and it's like $900. So I'm kind of like, take your time, take your time. But whenever he does
you're not
that,
allowed to give out the name yet, I assume.
I mean I can. It's Derek Chu. His art is absolutely phenomenal. Ray, I got him through Ray, and Ray was a little jealous because he's like, "How did he answer you? It took 3 months to get him to answer me." I was like, I left a comment because if they don't get back to me in 2 months, I'll comment because I figure you don't see the DMs. But he's like, can you wait another month? And I was like, yep. Yep, I can.
You can.
I can. I'm hoping to have it for 14 because since 14 is so special to me, I would love to have his cover by then. But we'll see. If not, it's not like I don't have more issues waiting to get a cover. So I actually haven't printed 14 or 15 yet, but yeah, I haven't printed 14 or 50. Yeah, they're done, but I haven't done them. Anyway, we'll be back because we're still waiting for Big Shark. So if anyone has found Big Shark, bootlegged Big Shark, or stolen the property of Big Shark, we would like to see it. And if you bring it, then we might be able to end the show. But until then, we have to come back for another Monday. So we'll be back next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, as long as Tom shows up. So that's pretty much the requirements. Tom tells me to come here and I show up. Right, Tom?
Yep.
He has to wear his ears though, because it's all discombobulating me. Anyway. Yep. All right. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.